so cute. Look at that. Hey guys, it's Wengie and Rebound Hug. So for today, I found some super interesting facts from around the internet because you guys enjoyed the last one I did so much. Today, I've got some more. I have a challenge for you guys today. Don't forget to comment down below at the end of this video and tell me how many out of these 15 you already knew. I like knew 2, so I'm sure you guys can beat me. Let me know if you guys did. Hold up, if you guys aren't part of the fam yet here already, I encourage you guys to join. We're a super cool and lovely bunch here. And the other amazing thing that you get access to is the current MacBook Air giveaway. So all you need to do to enter that giveaway is to 1, be subscribed to this amazing fam. Welcome! And the other thing you need to do is be part of the vlog squad, which means subscribe to my vlog channel, which is linked down below. If you guys want some bonus points, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you can get to 150,000 likes, that would literally be amazing. I appreciate you guys showing your support that way. Like, it really makes me super duper happy. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Let's go. Have you guys ever looked closely at a deck of playing cards? I mean, closely. Next time you guys have a pack of cards in your hands, check it out because this is amazing. The King of Hearts is the only king without a mustache. He must have shaved in the morning before they took his photo for the pack of cards. In all seriousness, the reason for this is because of the printing process used ages ago. Disfiguring would occur on the wood blocks they used for printing. And that's why the king lost his mustache and never got it back since then. But hey, I think he looks younger without it. Do you think? It wasn't because he shaved in the morning. That was just me being weird. Mustache! Another interesting fact about him is that he was also called the Suicide King because it also looked like he was sticking his sword into his head. That's kind of creepy, right? I just adore when you're at my door. I don't know about you guys, but I always make sure I go into the movie early so I can watch the exciting trailers for new movies coming out. But have you ever thought, like, why are they called trailers when they're shown before the movie? Well, the truth is they actually used to be played at the end of the movie. But the problem was everyone left after the end of the movie and no one would stick around for the trailers. But when it's a Marvel movie, I always make sure I stay to the end. So anyways, they just moved the trailers to the beginning of the movie and just happened to keep the name the same. By the way, I'm watching the YouTube channel Learning Corns, which is an animated series I created where the advertising proceeds from the channel goes towards giving education to disadvantaged kids from all over the world. You can contribute to disadvantaged kids just by subscribing and watching the episodes. Thank you guys so much for your support and I'll see you guys on that channel. So the invention of fire was a turning point for human evolution. And we've come a long way from using flint to create fire, which includes using Doritos. These days we have matches, lighters, and stoves at our disposal. But did you guys know that the humble match was invented after the lighter? This seemed really strange to me, but it's actually true. The first lighter was actually converted from a pistol and was invented in 1823. And the match as we know it today was invented in 1826, which is a 3-year difference. This is really crazy to me. It's like saying that planes were invented before cars. Like, mind blown. I've signed so many things in my life that I got so lazy that my signature is like the most easily copied signature in the world. It's literally just a squiggly line. But apparently the signature line I've been signing on all this time is apparently not a line at all. On things like bank checks, it's actually a micro security print. This line is actually made up of tiny little fonts and words that either say signature only or authorized signature, repeated again and again and again. And it turns out that my check has the bank name written on it, repeatedly. When you look at it with the naked eye, it actually just looks like a simple line, which I actually thought it was for the longest time. But take a magnifying glass and pop it over it and you can actually see the tiny small writing. The reason why this exists is to prevent counterfeit, checks, and other important documents. So if someone tries to photocopy something like a check, the actual print is actually too small to replicate using a photocopier, so it'll just come out as a line, and that's when you know it's a forgery. Now, every time you receive a check, don't forget to take a magnifying glass and just double check that line. What do you think of when you think of croissant? Is it baguette? For me, it would have been France. And if you guys thought that as well, you guys would be wrong. Kinda like me right now. Croissants were actually first made in Austria. However, it was later introduced to France when the Austrian princess Maria Antoinette refused to eat any other pastry apart from the one from her homeland. Pretty interesting, right? And now, I'm suddenly hungry. This might be something you guys probably don't know about me, but I never really even had a Barbie growing up. In fact, I was such a tomboy. I had Ninja Turtles and Transformers instead. But what I found out about Barbie was actually pretty interesting. Barbie isn't actually Barbie. Her full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts. That's pretty weird, right? And apparently she's also from Wisconsin. And her boyfriend Ken, his full name is Ken Carson. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the elaborate backstory they made up for her and her family. If you guys are ever eating pineapple and think it's a little bit too sour for your liking, which is literally me like all the time, try adding some salt to it. Pineapples will actually get sweeter with salt. The reason why this works is because sweetness and bitterness are opposing flavors, so if you add sugar to coffee, you can mask the bitterness. The sodium in salt actually neutralizes the bitterness in pineapple, which indirectly increases the sweetness. This doesn't just work on pineapples though, it works on many other different fruits as well as chocolate. This is why we sprinkle some salt into hot chocolate and it just tastes so much better. Did you know that mints say that they're sugar-free on the packaging even though they're full of sugar? If you guys see the ingredients list on the back, you guys will see a whole bunch of ingredients with the ending OL. These are actually alcohol sugars and are not much different to normal sugars. But because these aren't technically sugars, the companies are going around saying they're sugar-free even though they're really not. And even though these have slightly less calories than traditional sugars, they are still packed full of calories and are still considered unhealthy. This is such a dirty marketing trick to make us think that these mints are actually healthy even though they're completely not. Now you all know better and you won't be fooled in the future.
Fresh goes better with Mentos, fresh and full of life. Mentos, the fresh maker.
Take me down to the sea.
I don't know about you guys, but I love instant noodles and I literally used to live on them during university when I was looking for something cheap and easy to eat in the middle of the night. And in fact, talking about them is making me think about eating them right now. Did you know that noodle companies are actually cheating you out of noodles? Like you open up the packaging and you think you have a full cup of noodles, right? Try cutting up the packaging sideways and you'll see something extremely disturbing, especially to my tummy. Actually only half full, the bottom is filled with air. Like what the hell, are these like chips? I'm so upset thinking about all the years I was eating noodles. I was eating much less than I thought I was eating. Have you guys ever noticed that in button-up shirts, male buttons and the female buttons are on opposite sides? I didn't really believe this because I didn't see the point, but I went and checked and it's true. Male buttons are on the right and female buttons are on the left. So there are a lot of theories around as to why this is, but one of the more popular ones is that men used to dress themselves so that most people are right-handed, so it'll be on the right, but females may have been dressed by other females or maids, etc. and so the buttons were on the opposite side, so the person dressing them was right-handed and it would work as well. If you don't believe me, check your own buttons afterwards to see if this is true, and maybe it's an excuse to ask someone to dress you. Mom, can you put on my shirt for me? Have you guys ever noticed a little arrow on your car's gas meter? For the longest time, I never even noticed this arrow, but recently I started noticing it and I was wondering what it was for. And then it hit me. It's the side of the car your gas tank is on. So when you're pulling into a gas station, you'll know which side of the gas pump to park on. And this differs from Japanese cars and European cars mainly. This honestly would have been so useful when I was driving rental cars overseas and I had no idea which side my gas tank was on. But now I know, and so will you. A baby rabbit isn't actually called a bunny, even though I love calling them bunnies. It's actually called a kitten, which is kind of random and really confusing, but it's a good piece of trivia to know. And next time I look at Mia, I'm gonna imagine her with longer ears and maybe hopping around. Wait, did she do that already? So here's a tricky question. What's your favorite pet? Kittens or bunnies?
Just as we get comfortable, it's time to leave and then you.
Have you guys ever noticed this diamond patch on your backpack and ever wondered what it was for? Well, I haven't. But it's actually used to carry things you want fast access to. Drink bottles, jackets, or an extra pair of shoes you want to take on your carry-on luggage. But these days it's mainly used as a fashion statement as opposed to anything practical.
Just to be by your side, keep me close when you're far away.
Have you guys noticed a little pocket on the inside of your underwear? This only applies to female underwear. So if you're a guy and you want to check if you have the right pair, just make sure there's no little pocket in there. This pocket is actually not a pocket, and no, we don't store things there. And the reason why it's there is for hygiene purposes, and it's actually supposed to be only made of cotton. The pocket exists only because it's almost impossible to sew a clean seam in that area. And only 3 sides need to be sewn up for the fabric in that area to stay in place. So they kind of just leave the other side open to save a bit of time and frustration, probably more comfortable without that extra stitching. So yeah, if you ever wondered why that is there, down there, that is why.
Our lights turn red, but girl, don't stop.
So once I was at a party and I was holding this cup and it was glowing and I was like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? But apparently tonic water glows under black light. This is because it contains a chemical called quinine, which fluoresces a bright blue even though there's only a tiny amount of quinine dissolved into the tonic water. So next time you're holding a party, try serving some tonic water as well as hanging some black lights around for some super cool glow-in-the-dark fun.
I know that I can get a little shy. I'm sorry that I keep it all inside. I've never met a man like you.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to share this with you. Max and I started a new daily reaction channel called Reacticorns, where we discuss interesting things we find on the internet.
Tinkerbell. That was like Taylor Swift. This will bring kids like nightmares.
Link is in the down bar. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to hang out with us every day.
Hashtag Team STEM.
Hashtag Team Flower. So did you guys learn something new today? Let me know how many out of these 15 you guys already know. Do you have the number? Pop it down below. I'm gonna wait for you guys right here. And don't forget, during the week, I'm gonna hang out in hashtag WengieCons on my social medias. So if you guys haven't followed me there, follow me. If you guys wanna see what I do in my daily life, don't forget to check out my vlog channel. Until next week, I'm gonna miss you guys so much and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Love you!